recognized faculty member from Carrollton, Texas, Jason Zafraneri. And a doctoral student from Little Rock, Arkansas, Leonard Cooper. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to the Jeopardy Invitational Tournament. Yesterday's first quarterfinal game was classic Andrew He. Andrew found two daily doubles back-to-back, wagered big on both, was correct on both, and that set him up for the win and brought him one step closer to a return trip to Jeopardy Master. We welcome Leonard, Jason, and Larissa to the JIT JIT. Good luck to all three of you. Let's find out what categories we'll be dealing with in the Jeopardy round. We have some historic firsts up first, then characters in book series, transportation. I'm afraid there will be a test on this. Then we have the cinema in 2023, and four-letter homophones. Leonard, you're going to select first.
I'll take characters in book series for 600.
At different times across more than 80 books, this quizzical simian takes a train and visits the zoo. Larissa.
Who is Curious George?
That's him.
Cinema in 2023, 800, please.
In a 2023 film, Jacob Elordi invites Barry Keoghan to his family estate called This. The visit is unusual. Leonard.
What's Sulphur?
That's the movie.
I'll take characters in book series for 800.
Allegiant is the third and final book in this Veronica Roth series, as Trish discovers new truths about her dystopian world. Larissa.
What is Divergent?
Correct.
Characters in book series 5000, please.
The first Sherlock Holmes novel was this one, involving a message written in blood. Leonard.
Was it Hound of Baskervilles?
Sorry, no. Larissa.
What is A Study in Scarlet?
You have 1,000.
Cinema in 2023, 5000, please.
Adam Driver stars as this title automaker who tries to save his company via the Mille Miglia, a 1,000-mile race across Italy. Larissa.
Who is Ferrari?
Correct.
Cinema for 600, please.
In The Color Purple, the role of Mary Agnes, known as Squeak, was played by the singer who goes by this name. Name. Larissa.
Who is Her?
Her is right.
Test on this for 600, please.
The NCAA's drug testing program covers stimulants, masking agents, and bees, such as androstenedione. Larissa.
What are steroids?
Yes.
Test for 800, please.
Answer. You're off to a great start, Larissa.
Let's go big. Two daily double, please.
Do it all. 4,600 at stake. There will be a test on this. Used to determine if a computer can think, the Turing test was originally known as this. Also the name of a 2014 film about Turing.
What is The Imitation Game?
Yes, you double up to $9,200.
Cinema for 400, please.
In Dumb Money, Paul Dano plays an investor who led a surge in value for this stock, and Anthony Ramos plays an employee there. Jason.
What is GameStop?
Yes, you're on the board.
There will be a test, 1,000.
In 1915, Emil Krug developed a test to measure the level of this property in soil, leading to restored fields and increased yields. Larissa.
What is pH?
Yes, acidity.
Transportation for 400, please.
Reaching speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, Japan's Shinkansen are better known by this name. Leonard.
We're bullet trains.
Yes.
Transportation, 600.
Rad Power and Aventon are popular brands of these. They are e-bikes, electric bikes. Leonard.
Historic first, 600.
John Lom stole silk secrets from Italy and built what's been called the first big factory in this period of 18th and 19th century Britain. Larissa.
What is the Industrial Revolution?
You got it.
Historic first for 400, please.
In 1986, this man became the first pontiff to enter the Great Synagogue of Rome. Leonard.
John Paul II.
That's right.
Historic first, 800.
This man banned the traditional fez hat after becoming the first president of the Republic of Turkey. Jason.
Who is Ataturk?
That's correct. You move into second place, and we move into our commercial break. We'll come right back and chat with our players in just a moment.
800 588 2300 Empire.
Today.
800.
Larissa Kelly from Richmond, California, a TOC runner-up, a standout at Jeopardy All-Star. Larissa, what's it like to be back on the Alex Trebek stage after the Jeopardy career you've had?
It's wonderful to be back. I think Jeopardy is so exciting because it's a chance for someone like me to compete at a really high level at something that, that I will never play Baccarat against an enemy agent in Monte Carlo. Realistically, I'm never even going to win a local 10K. So being in a competition like this with such great players, is really exciting, even if I crash and burn in the following round.
You're doing well now, but I feel like Leonard and Jason are the Bond villains in this analogy. Are you two okay with that? Jason Zafraneri is a math teacher from Carrollton, Texas, a 19-game Jeopardy champion. Wow, what have you been up to since we last saw you, Jason?
I've stuck with trivia games since then, and I'd like to just point out my wife and I are both competitors on a popular trivia website. They have daily quizzes, and she won one before I ever did. I tried hundreds of times. She won one. She beat the entire world. But what was so special about it to me was that it was a category about raising children, and she was pregnant with our first child. And she had spent so much time researching things and all the methods and stuff that she was able to get the top score. And it goes to show how blessed our family is to have her leading the way, and my two children to have her as my mother.
Oh, that's great. What a great omen to win that quiz. Yeah. And then secondarily, to be a wonderful mother to two children. Congratulations to both of you. Leonard Cooper from Little Rock, Arkansas is back with us. We announced you this time as a doctoral student. Leonard, is that new?
So last time I was on All Stars, I was in a master's program at Michigan Brown, and then after COVID, I did another master's program at Columbia, switching fields to clinical psychology. And now, as of last fall, I started my PsyD, or essentially PhD, in clinical psychology at the Wisconsin School for Professional Psychology in Milwaukee.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome back. You're looking great.
Thank you. Thanks. I also lost a bit of weight during COVID.
You're the only one who lost weight during COVID. Maybe working out helps for Jeopardy.
Yeah.
You're back on the plus side, which is great news, but Jason has control of the board. Where to now, Jason?
Historic first, 1,000.
In 1992, this man from Egypt became the first African to be Secretary General of the United Nations. Leonard.
Who's Boutros?
No. Jason.
Who's Boutros Ghali?
That's the full name, yes.
Four-letter homophones, 1,000.
An insect, and to hurry away. Jason.
What is flea?
Lee and Flea, right.
Four-letter homophones, 800.
To quote an author, and the location of a proposed building. Larissa.
What is sight?
Yes.
Homophones for 600, please.
A warning on the links and what fear means in German. Leonard.
What is four?
You got it.
Transportation, 800.
In 2002, Porsche spiced up its line of vehicles with the introduction of this model, its first SUV. Leonard.
Was it Cayenne?
That's right.
Transportation, 1,000.
The national airline of Poland is known by this three-letter name. What is LOT? L-O-T. Back to you, Leonard.
Characters in book series, 400.
Ian Fleming introduced James Bond in Casino Royale, then had him live on in Jamaica in this next book. Jason.
What is You Only Live Twice?
No, I'm sorry. Leonard or Larissa? Second book, Live and Let Die. Back to you, Leonard.
Homophones, 400.
An adjective meaning twofold and a deadly contest. Jason.
What is dual?
That's it.
There will be a test, 400.
An evasive maneuver test for cars in Sweden bears the name of these deer you would definitely want to avoid when driving. Jason.
What are moose?
The moose test, right.
Homophones, 200.
Money paid to release one from the Hoosgow and a large bundle of goods. Jason.
What is bail?
Yes.
Cinema, 200.
One of the new songs for the live-action remake of this 1989 animated film was Wild Uncharted Waters, sung by Prince Eric. Larissa.
What is The Little Mermaid?
Good.
Test for 200.
This standardized test, widely used in college admissions since 1926, is introducing a digital version in March 2024. Leonard.
What's the SAT?
Yes.
Characters in book series, 200.
Glamorous Jessica and good-natured Elizabeth are the teenage twins in this YA series set at a suburban California school. Jason.
What is Sweet Valley High?
Right.
Transportation, 200.
First opened in 1900, this subway system has been called the Lifeline of Paris. Jason.
What is the Metro?
Right again. And the last clue in historic firsts. In 1993, cosmonaut Alexander Serebrov was the first to play a video game in space. This one, created by a countryman. Larissa.
What is Tetris?
Yes, first game of Tetris in space. You have $12,000 even. But Leonard, you'll select first in the double Jeopardy round. We're coming right back with that in just a moment.
Hulu Plus Live TV has over 95 channels.
Yes, step into that surprise.
Live news, local channels. You got this.
So this is off to a great start. There's lots of time for Leonard and Jason to come back in double jeopardy. Here are the new categories. We have the locals, then in your element. You'll need to tell us the word hidden in the element whose symbol we give you. After that, some notable names, then on the nose, classic TV, finally some idioms and expressions. Leonard, where to first?
In your element, 800.
K, this Russian news agency. Jason.
What is TASS?
In potassium, yes.
In your element, 1200.
MG, this Roman martyr, patron saint of young girls. Leonard.
Who's Agnes?
In magnesium, yes.
Element for 16.
Answer. In your elbow. You're in last place, Leonard, you can make a move here.
Yeah, all of it.
Betting it all on in your element. Here's your clue. P, this solar deity.
Who's Horus?
In phosphorus, well done. You trail Jason now by just $200.
Element for 2000.
SB, a title name from Shakespeare. Leonard.
Who's Timon?
Yes, Timon and antimony.
Notable names, 1600.
A 1920 book by Thomas Looney and the movie Anonymous pushed the theory that this Earl was the real Shakespeare. Larissa.
Who is the Earl of Oxford?
Correct, Edward de Vere.
Classic TV for 1200.
More recently, it was Jay Leno. But back in the 50s, You Bet Your Life was hosted by this funny man. Jason.
Who is Marx?
More specific.
Classic TV, 1600.
In the 80s, Angela Lansbury was on the case, solving crimes as Jessica Fletcher on this series. Jason.
What is Murder, She Wrote?
Yes.
Classic TV, 2000.
Daniel J. Travanti was in command as Captain Frank Furillo on this drama. Larissa.
What is Hill Street Blues?
Good for 2000.
Idioms and expressions for 800.
This four-word idiom meaning angry suggests a rope is needed. Jason.
What is Fits to be Tied?
You got it.
Classic TV, 800.
The classic overture heard here became the theme song for this Western series. Jason.
What is the Lone Ranger?
That's right.
Notable names, 2000.
Answer.
Oh.
We know all. You've been making a run at Larissa, Jason, and you can take the lead here if you're correct.
I'm contractually obligated about everything.
Well, you're not. 9406. That will change the game either way. Here's your clue in notable names. His 1936 general theory, suggesting government spending to lower unemployment, influenced economic policy for decades.
Who is Keynes?
Keynes is right. You're in the lead. No more daily doubles, folks.
Idioms and expressions, 2000.
JFK said it's a Cape Cod saying and added, and a partnership by definition serves both partners. He said a rising tide lifts all boats. Jason?
Idioms and expressions, 1600.
In Rabelais' Gargantua, a drinker demands that an empty cup be filled because of this scientific principle. Larissa?
What is Archimedes' law?
No, I'm sorry. Leonard or Jason? Because he says nature abhors a vacuum. So give me a drink. Jason?
The locals, 2000.
You'll be in hot water if you can't name this Mexican state where hidrocalidos live.
Deep inside you is a person dying to unplug.
Those are folks from Aguascalientes. Jason?
Locals, 1600.
She's proud to say she's one of the polentoni, the polenta eaters of northeastern Italy. Larissa?
Who is Lydia Bastianich?
You're correct.
Locals 1200.
B.R.M. Bedford was a leader of the people called Untouchables, Dulets, or SC, short for Scheduled This. He urged them to move to cities. Larissa?
What are casks?
That's right.
Notable names 1200.
This great Italian tenor was in San Francisco when the big earthquake hit in 1906, having sung in Carmen the night before. Larissa?
Who is Caruso?
Yes.
On the nose 800.
Since its U.S. debut day in 2015, this colorfully named campaign to end child poverty has raised more than $421 million. Leonard?
Was Red Nose Day?
That's right.
On the nose, 1200.
If you're really working hard on something, you proverbially have your nose to this wheel-shaped device. Larissa?
What is the grindstone?
Yes, you're back in the lead.
Idioms and expressions 1200.
Alexander Pope said, to err is human, then these three words. Leonard?
What is to forgive divine?
You're correct.
On the nose, 1600.
National Geographic notes that the males of this primate species use their fleshy pendulous noses to attract mates. Larissa?
What are proboscis monkeys?
That's correct.
On the nose 2000.
In the Nose by this 19th century Russian author, a civil servant chases his schnoz around St. Petersburg. Larissa?
Who is Google?
2000 for you.
Names 800.
Called the pastor to the presidents, he met with 12 sitting ones, from Harry Truman to Barack Obama. Jason?
Who is Graham?
Correct.
Locals, 800.
Born within the sound of the St. Mary Laveau church bells, you're one of these colorful talking Londoners. Larissa?
Who are cockneys?
Yes.
Locals 400.
Burquinos and Burquinas hail from this New Mexico city. Larissa?
What is Albuquerque?
Yes.
Sorry, Jason. In your element 400.
BR, a possessive adjective. Leonard?
What is mine?
In bromine, right?
Names, 400.
On her passing in 2005, Bill Clinton said she sparked a movement that broke the back of Jim Crow. Leonard?
Who's Rosa Parks?
Yes.
On the nose, 400.
Obstructed breathing can result from a deviated one of these nasal partitions. Larissa?
What is a septum?
Yes.
Classic TV 400.
Oh, Rob, Petrie, and Sally Rogers, and Alan Brady were all characters on this classic sitcom. Larissa?
What is the Dick Van Dyke Show?
That's right. And the last clue in idioms and expressions. Check your work, because the devil's in these. Larissa?
What are the details?
That is correct. That puts you over $25,000. But what a game. All three of you played very well. Not over yet as we head into Final Jeopardy. The category will be 20th century novels, and we'll come back to the clue after the game. Don't go anywhere. This quarterfinal game will come down to 20th century novels. That's the Final Jeopardy category, and here's the clue. Virginia Woolf disliked this book that was cutting out the explanations and putting in the thoughts between dashes. 30 seconds. Good luck. Leonard Cooper on the end had $9,600. His response? He started to write one of Woolf's own books for the White House and changed it to Ulysses. And it's a good thing he did. It is Ulysses. She was not a fan of James Joyce, and her press actually turned that book down. So you're going to add your $9,600. Leonard, you wagered $4,700, bringing you to $14,300. You need Jason and Larissa to be wrong. Jason, did you come up with Ulysses? Oh, different modernist novel. Where's the sound and the fury? You wagered $6,000, dropping you down to $13,600 behind Leonard. Larissa Kelly had a big lead, $25,200. But did she think of Ulysses? She's correct. She wagered $15,000 for $40,200 today, and you just made it to the semifinals.